we cannot allow abortion through 9 months of pregnancy to be written into our state's founding document. The results would be completely devastating to life in our state. But right now, pro-abortion groups are out on the streets. They're circulating their petitions to put this up to a vote and into our state constitution. The amendment is written into 3 different paragraphs, and each paragraph represents 1 trimester of pregnancy. So let's read the first paragraph together. Before the end of the first trimester, the state may not regulate a pregnant woman's abortion decision and its effectuation, which must be left to the judgment of the pregnant woman. Let's read that central portion again. The state may not regulate a pregnant woman's abortion decision and its effectuation. Well, what does it mean by effectuation? That term's not defined in the constitutional amendment. But let's look to the general definition. Effectuation means to cause or bring something about, to put something into effect or operation. So putting that all together, if this constitutional amendment passes, in the first trimester, the state could not regulate anything whatsoever related to the bringing about of an abortion. Think about that. Even before Roe versus Wade was overturned, the state could still prohibit things like taxpayer-funded abortions. We could pass laws protecting mothers from being coerced into having an abortion against her will. We could pass laws providing parental notification before minor children undergo abortions. We could pass laws protecting doctors and nurses from being forced to perform abortions or face crippling lawsuits or penalties. The list goes on. All of these common sense bipartisan abortion regulations that are currently in place would be overridden by this constitutional amendment. The state would be completely prohibited from regulating abortion in the first trimester. It's really that extreme. The second paragraph, which deals with the second trimester of pregnancy, reads, after the end of the first trimester and until the end of the second trimester, the state may regulate the pregnant woman's abortion decision and its effectuation only in ways that are reasonably related to the physical health of the pregnant woman. So here, the state is not able to prohibit abortion even through 6 months of pregnancy. Most of our state's common sense bipartisan abortion regulations are still overridden, and the only regulations allowed are those that are related to the physical health of the pregnant woman. So think about that. Only in the second trimester can the state begin to put health and safety regulations in place to at least ensure abortions are performed by doctors at licensed and inspected facilities. The amendment doesn't even allow for those sorts of regulations in the first trimester. It's really that crazy. The third paragraph looks different than the first 2 paragraphs. It relates to the third trimester, and it reads as follows. After the end of the second trimester, the state may regulate or prohibit abortion except when abortion is necessary in the medical judgment of the woman's physician to preserve the life or health of the pregnant woman. So here it looks like the state can prohibit most abortions, but there's one major loophole that the abortion industry can exploit, and that's the undefined health of the mother exception. The term health in the health exception is not defined, and so health could of course mean physical health, but abortion would also be allowable for reasons of mental health, things like anxiety, depression. And here's the important point. Under the constitutional amendment, it's the woman's physician who gets to decide if one of those mental health exceptions applies so that late-term abortion can be performed. And most likely, that physician is a Planned Parenthood abortion doctor who, of course, is in the business to perform and profit off of abortions. So that's what we're up against. A constitutional amendment that legalizes abortion through 9 months of pregnancy that also overrides our state's current common sense bipartisan abortion regulations. When someone approaches you with their extreme abortion petition, decline to sign. It's too extreme. It's just not us.